I left my friend Jessica's house, which is sort of a sad thing, but I must be moving on. I am still heading north, and I thought I would go to some of the beaches. The coastline in Oregon is definitely different than what I'm used to. I live in Southern California, San Diego, and we have beaches, and the beaches out here are just crazy. The rocks, the mountains, no, they're rocks, but they just come right out of the ocean, the water, and they're just like, hello. And you have dunes, forest, mountains, farmland, all within like a 10-mile radius of the ocean. It's really crazy. So the other day, before I left Jessica's house, we stopped at this place, I believe it was in Bandon, called Face Rock. And again, another one of those situations with the rocks and everything. And I guess it was some sort of extra low tide, and there were some volunteers out there kind of keeping people a little bit away from the seals because they were pupping, or they had just pups, or they have pups and they, just to keep everybody away from their babies. It's really cool, just like driftwood all over the beach. And yeah, it's just really interesting. So I was going to go to another beach, but I couldn't find it. It took me to a private road, and I didn't want to go on anybody's driveway, or encroach on anybody's, private property or anything. So I decided to move on, and I don't know if this is the right place, but I thought I was going to a place called Tunnel Beach. And Tunnel Beach is where I thought that you would go through a tunnel, and then on the other side is this beach area where you can collect rocks and check out all the sea shells and everything that wash up on the shore. So I'm not really seeing that right now because I am still sitting in the car, but I'm going to use the bathroom, and then we're gonna head out towards the beach and see what we see. This is actually the most amount of people I've seen on a beach in Oregon, and I don't know if it's called Tunnel Beach because on the rocks that are in the water there is a tunnel that goes through, or if because of this mountain right here has a tunnel that goes through, and because it's low tide you can walk through it. So if you look over there, there's a tunnel, or what appears to be some sort of a tunnel through those rocks, but those rocks are in the water. So then there's a tunnel, what looks like through there. So I'm gonna head that way and see if I can possibly go through there and get back over here before the tide comes in. Tide is pretty low right now, so it should be good. And it actually looks like there's some people who may be heading over there to go through it, so that'll be the deciding factor. Looks like we might be onto something here. I don't know, they're kind of stopping at the edge, but we'll see. I don't have a flashlight. Shoot, I don't even have my phone. Pretty area though. I don't know, they're coming back out, so maybe you can't go in there. Kind of a bummer if this is the wrong Tunnel Beach, because I was under the impression that you could actually go walk through, but now that I'm looking closer, I don't think so. actually looks like you might be able to, but it's really, really skinny and narrow, and I don't have a flashlight. So I don't think I'm going to risk that. I'm going to walk around this point here, though, and see if there's something on the other side over there. Again, I don't have my phone and I forget what people are actually looking for, but if you look behind me, there are a bunch of rock hunters back here, and so I'm not 100% off the top of my head sure what they're looking for. But it seems to be a thing. Excuse me, what are they exactly looking for? Agates, okay. Can you show me what that? Can I just record you showing me?
Yeah. They all, this is a really small one, but the way it feels in your finger, it feels like wax.
Okay.
And that's the best way to identify it. And there's clear ones, there's reddish ones. Yeah, there's kind of a reddish one, but they even get darker than that.
Okay.
But they definitely have that unique agates.
Agates?
Yeah. The best way to know is that feel.
By feeling them, okay. Yep. All right, cool. Thank you very much.
You're very welcome.
Okay, like he said that they are looking for agates. Now, I may have one, actually, now that I think about it. But he said the best way to know that you have one is just by the way that they feel, and they feel kind of waxy. So I'm going to put these other rocks in my pocket. And I guess that could be one. And he said that they come in all different colors, mostly clear, some with like a tinge of like red. So I think I got one, but it looks like the tide might be coming in a little bit, so I'm just going to probably turn back around, head back to the car, and move on. there's a tunnel right there. So maybe that's where the tunnel comes out of. But I would imagine that the best place to find those agates is where most of those people are, because I don't see people finding them up here where the rocks are dry. And I bet you when the tide comes in, it just probably brings more in to that little cove every day. That's a cool little rock. All right, I'm gonna head back over. The thing about these Oregon coastlines also is that the fog just rolls in and it just fogs out the whole beach. It looks really mythical, mysterious. It's really, really rather interesting. I think I must have got here just in time because it looks like the parking lot is filling up. There was about 2 spots when I got here, and now people are blocking the road trying to get parking spots. So I don't know how much sitting around here and waiting I'm going to be doing, because now somebody sees that I'm moving a lot faster than the parking spot that they were waiting for, and they want my spot. So I'm gonna move on and see where the wind blows.